So, we would like to give the recap of what happened last session.
I was horribly slandered by a member of the group for no reason. I stayed my hand in crushing his head with my great hammer. I saved some people who were being attacked. And dispatched elves back to Lothlorien.
Dispatch humans to the afterlife.
Yeah, that too.
With no, like,
regard
can't
for
even
their
talk to
lives.
them.
No.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes. So,
That happened.
go ahead.
Me and Travis's character got into it.
What did we get into it about?
Nothing. You were saying that it was like absolutely like they should have had a trial because the men wouldn't have
At
like
least some sort of evidence is what I was referring to. But yeah, keep going.
and so then yeah, you and I got into a disagreement. And then we met with the halfling that's being like blackmailed by the men. And I brought you in to talk with him. And we're trying to help him because we're meeting one of the bad guys. I don't remember what his name is. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that guy who's bad.
Oh, she's trying to fix her mic.
We're trying to meet up to find that guy, which Dustin and him, I guess, had a friendship before that. And he's a little bit iffy on trusting us, but we had Callisto, who was another halfling who he was sticking around with and kind of trusting. But we were going to intercept that, or were we going to go to the Shire first?
You guys are going to head to the Shire. You left a note with
Okay.
Dustin left a note with Bombor to notify him of the farms that were possibly taken over. If I remember correctly, because me and Travis started laughing when he said he was leaving the note with him.
He's bad at relaying information.
He's very bad. He's extremely bad with relaying information.
Bomber?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that checks out.
So you guys decided to go to the Shire because you notified the locals about what was going on in Bree. Dustin left his dwarves, and Death left his elves. Dustin took one dwarf with him, and Death sent 10 of his elves to Lothlorien, or Lorien. And then you guys
to raise the rest.
Yes, to get the other 100 elves sitting there twiddling their thumbs.
Yes, untwiddling and on the move.
What elves do best?
Okay, so we decided to move on to the Shire. We were going the direct route, which is through or just north of the Old Forest, which is a 6-day walk.
Dang.
20 miles a day is about the average without pacing. So if you guys said you weren't in a rush.
Well, I mean, not like stress ourselves out.
Yep. Yeah. So what are you guys doing on the first couple days of travel?
I'm staying far away from Travis's character. He's the kind of person who talks behind people's back. I don't want anything to do with him.
You don't even know what I'm saying. I could just talk in front of you.
Yeah, oh yeah, I want to finish learning fucking common.
Oh yeah, so you guys have been 3 days, so go ahead and roll. I need anything above a 15 or 15 and higher to get a success. This is
D20?
Yeah, D20 to get.
I thought they were D6s.
There are D6s. You're learning a language. I'm doing a D20.
Okay, so
that is some shit.
What are we rolling? Like what stat?
A D20.
Just a D20.
Oh, just a D20. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a fucking
D20 on your screen.
no, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm looking for the fucking owlbear.
Fantasy Grounds, dog.
Fantasy Grounds. Okay, I knew it was something. It's gonna take a second. I gotta check for updates.
You're good.
I'll
Take
just
your time.
roll it. I'll just roll it right here. 15.
Yep, that's a success.
How many more successes do I need?
I think we said 10 successes to learn basic.
Oh yeah, but I had some already.
I'm not keeping track of that.
No, I'm just keeping track.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how many you've had so far.
I was at 7 out of 15. So...
Oh, okay. So then you're 8 out of 15. Did you make 3 rolls?
No, I only made 1. You want to make 2 more?
Oh,
yeah. It's just been 3 days. I mean, I'm saying it's 3 days travel. I figured we'll cut the journey in half just to see if you guys are doing anything.
20, and the third one is a 5.
So if you get yeah. What's wrong, Lauren?
What do you mean, what is wrong? Look at my rolls, bro.
Oof, must suck.
I can't look at them.
You can't look at them?
No, can't means won't. Are you guys? What is your camping situation like? Are you guys camping on the road? Are you off the road? Are you? I mean, you're near the old forest. Are you going into the old forest at all?
Through a forest, and there wasn't a road, right?
No, there's a road just north of the forest.
Probably wherever Valandiel is most comfortable, because we're 3 are elves and we don't need to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
cool. Oh, like
So,
that. Love that.
Yeah, it's your choice.
We will definitely be probably, I want to say, at least an 1/8 to a 1/4 mile off of the trail when we camp at night.
Okay. Your hobbit friend.
And I trust my elves not to shiv me, and also to keep an eye out while
I'm not going to let anybody kill you.
Your hobbit friend that you have with you is very quiet, keeping to himself. You can see that he's more relaxed now the further you guys get away from Bree, probably because he's getting closer to home. Remember, this is Kodale Nephi Bettel. Outside of talking to, I can't think of her character's name, Helga, doesn't really talk to you guys much. You can see he's pretty intimidated by you guys. But
I'm used to that.
But he looks at you guys with familiarity. I think I said that right. So I mean, he's used to being around big folk, as he calls you. I need on the dawn of the 3rd day. Let me mark the calendar here for where we're at. One second, fellowship begins. I'll just get there on the 9th. So you guys are going to get to the Shire on the 18th, so this is the 15th. I don't know why I said it was 3 days, so it was 6 days, so it's 3 days to the 21st. So you guys are still 3 days away from the Shire.
Okay.
And
for every day that passes, I'll make another roll on the common thing.
Well, you just did. You did 3, so we're 3 days in.
Okay.
I need in midday walking. Are you guys talking about anything? You guys silent the entire time?
I mean, I would be talking to Lauren's character, like, for sure.
Does Lauren know Elvish?
Yeah, I am an elf. We're of the same.
Aren't you supposed to be like the most perceptive member of this crew?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, it's the simple fact of just because they're an elf doesn't necessarily mean they know the elven language.
We're from the same region, and I think even Tom is too. Tom, are you Sylvan? Yep. We're all from the same region.
It was just a simple question. I didn't know if, could have been not raised by Elvish speaking people. That's all.
No, you're good. We're all from the same territory. I mean, I'm sure we would have talked about if what's going on in the world.
Right.
I guess I would have inquired more about, like, it would have been kind of getting at me, like, why. What's Death's character's name? He's not loaded into Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, Bill has to load. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it still.
Fang.
You're
Fang,
fine.
right?
Yeah,
Thang.
Bella,
First
thanks.
name is Vala.
I guess I would just either talk to Tom or I think we'd talk to Tom because Ariel and Thang are kind of dicks. So I think I would take my chances
Bitch,
talking
I'm
to
not even a
Nor.
dick to you. You're just
Hey,
mad
listen,
because I
I'm
called
not
you
talking
out.
to you.
Okay, fine.
wasn't
That's
talking
fine. That's fine. You're just pissed because I
I
called you
was
out. That's fine.
talking to Anor about why he thinks or how Thang came to the knowledge about these people that he killed, and about basically where he's getting his intel from, if he has any idea.
Not like I told that guy anything.
Like, I don't presume to know his business. If he, I would prefer that he would have kept someone alive, but he didn't. And I just don't know what else to say about that.
It's fine. It's just a simple inquiry that I think would have happened naturally in a casual conversation between us as we're either camped or before, we're walking. So I would just gently bring it up, like, where do you think his information's coming from? Because the idea of just killing people who you can't even understand is a little concerning.
Who didn't understand him?
Well, I would assume that Thang doesn't speak common, and so I don't know how you identify
Oh.
people who don't speak the language.
He also had dwarves with him too, so maybe the dwarves spoke common and Elvish.
Maybe
They didn't speak
damn it,
Elvish. They didn't speak Elvish, remember, weren't they? Dustin's character and them were like signing, right?
Mhm.
Thing?
Yes, that's
I'm
correct.
not. Yeah, I'm just trying to fill you in because I know
I
he
was
said
using,
that.
Very broken sign language.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation. I know you didn't remember it, but he did tell you that.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Or he told Anor that? Or he
Yeah,
told
you
all of
got.
us?
He
Yeah.
told all of us. We were all when we went out there. He told him that that's how they were commuting. When we met him, actually, when we met Thang in the forest the first
Oh
time.
yeah, in the forest when we ran
Yeah,
out
yeah.
with all of his yeah.
Yep. And we were like, "How are you talking to them then?" And I was telling him like he's been using sign language because we understood him. But sorry, go ahead.
No, that I think would just be what I would just as we're talking about the day's trek and everything that's gone on, I think I just would have slipped in that question. But that's about it. That I think that's my only big inquiry. Otherwise, I think Valandil's just very focused on going and speaking to this Frodo character in the Shire.
Yes, that's my main goal too. We've got to figure out why Saruman has,
Gandalf.
why it won't let him go.
Gandalf. Yeah.
I need perception rolls, please.
Are we doing the sixes?
Well, yes,
Yes.
everything's 2d6 except for your language one. Sorry. We can
I-
go back to making
I'm
languages
not.
2d6. I'm sorry.
I'm not fighting with you. I was simply asking the question.
I'm sorry. I was just.
That's a 7.
Is that a skill? I see persuade and perform.
Yeah.
but no perception.
Yes.
It's attributes all the way to the far left. You'll see perception under nimbleness and right above strength.
Oh, that's a 10, baby.
Oh, I see.
Ariel plus what?
You're muted.
Plus 2, it's a 12.
I have
Dang.
7.
I got a 7 also.
7.
What's my elf ears here? Oh, he's typing to me.
Ariel, what do your elf ears hear?
As soon as I'm done hearing it, I will tell you. Um, as cloudy as today is, the pacing of the what?
Take
You,
the
the
take the
pacing
you
of.
take the you out.
Okay, sorry. As cloudy as today is, the pacing of some clouds to the east are moving a bit faster than others.
What was the point of sending it to you privately if you were going to read it out loud?
I don't know. I don't know why you did that. I really don't. Clouds in the east are moving a bit faster than others.
Does anyone know what that might signify?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Well, if you guys turn and look, you'll see what she's saying.
Are they a specific
Oh.
color? Or
They're
are they white?
they're darker.
Oh no, it's it's those birds, the things.
The crab eye
Oh,
from Dougland?
yeah. Yeah. Is that what it
They're
is?
this
You're
far
smiling.
west?
You're smiling. You're smiling. That's what it is. Hide. We need to hide.
All right, okay.
I'll check under some bushes.
I think as a ranger, it's going to be pretty easy for me to hide.
Hold on a second.
Stealth +4.
Belandiel's very concerned if they've made it this far west.
No, I still got a 7. Rolled garbage. Dude, that was pretty good.
Sorry, two children collided heads.
Good lord. Poor kitty.
Sorry, are we telling you hiding?
You guys are hiding. I need stealth checks or hide
Yeah, I got a
checks.
7.
What's it called? A hide?
I can't
Oh,
remember if there's
stealth.
hide in this. It might be just stealth.
It is stealth. And I have 4 skill ranks. That's only 1 attribute modifier?
Ooh, 4.
I don't know what your attribute modifiers are.
Well, it says skill rank 4 in that column, and it says attribute modifier 1. Is that correct?
I have
4 to
11.
1?
In your
I-
stealth part, it will be added below, bro. Like in your skills.
On Fantasy Grounds? I don't know if I've updated those.
No. I don't know how you build
Yeah.
your character sheet. But
Yeah,
you
I don't know what your
I have no
modifiers
idea.
are.
It's probably
I'm-
whatever that number is. It's probably what it is, Travis.
I
I got
got.
an
Did mine pop up yet?
I have 11. Yours is 7. That's up there, Travis.
Oh, okay. I don't see it on my screen, so I believe you. Which then I have a +1, I guess, attribute modifier. So that'd be an 8.
Oh
12.
shit! You gotta be fucking kidding! I rolled an 11. That means nothing to your 13.
I thought you
Damn
rolled a
it!
12.
No,
Oh,
no. Wait,
that was your perception
No.
roll. Yep.
11.
So you guys see that this is not clouds. As you guys hide and they approach, you start to hear cawing and furious flapping as this wisp of clouds reveals itself to be a flock of darkened crowish birds, and they fly right past you, and then they do a U-turn up in the sky, come right back around, and land in the trees and above you guys, calling at each other, calling at you. What are you doing while these birds are calling and hollering? I mean, they're right above you guys where you're hidden.
How many? Like how many are we talking?
Maybe 50. I mean, this is a big flock of birds. They're small,
Man.
though. I mean, they're not very big birds. The size of like a robin. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm looking at my skills to see what would be beneficial.
I'm feeling like target practice.
Yeah, I concur as I unsling my bow.
Yeah.
What was the point of hiding if we're going to be shooting
Well,
at them as soon as they
well,
get
They
close?
saw
They're
us.
looking at
we
you.
f-
Yes.
we failed, Travis. They see us.
Oh, I thought they were just above us.
No,
Like,
they see us, and they're
okay, well,
cawing at
I
us.
have range combat modifier of 1. I'm ready to roll. Let's
I
do
got range
this.
combat of 3. Let's do it.
I'll start shooting at them.
Fuck it, yeah.
All right. I
We're
won't
gonna-
make.
we're-
I won't make
Tom,
you.
Tom, what do you want to do?
I mean, we're gonna have to attack them because if they don't, they're gonna call more to them,
Right,
and
that's
then
what I'm
they'll
saying.
attack. Right.
I just want to make sure you're okay with it.
I'm down.
Go ahead and roll me d4s, and that's how many of these you kill as you shoot arrows. I'm not going to make you roll to hit them. They're birds.
Just 1d4?
Yeah, 1d4.
Oh, I rolled a 4 off the damn mat. That sucks so
If you're
good.
shooting arrows, yeah. I mean, as you start to shoot arrows, they disperse, and as you guys continue to fling before they get out of range, that's you guys get rid of 10. Nope.
Can we add our modifiers for range combat to it, please?
That's not how that works.
I want to though.
Oh, what, to see if you hit? That's to hit, not to do damage.
No, I just wanted damage from it.
That's fine. Well, you start cutting them down, and they immediately start flying away and go off, and you see them fly directly east.
Towards Isengard.
Or Bree, where you just left from.
Or Mirkwood.
Or Mirkwood. Or they could be Saurons. You don't know.
I just said towards Isengard. I didn't say that's where they're from.
Well,
Go and fetch back all my arrows that I shot.
yeah. If there's any left.
I grab my 3 arrows out of the 3 birds, and I see Ariel getting the 2 out of hers, and I just give her a side eye as I'm pulling the arrows out.
When I
So
get
I'm-
a fire, I can
so
lay
I'm-
them all you.
So
And
I'm a dick.
I pull up the 3 arrows, and I just take a look at them, and I wipe them off, and I put them into my, making sure that I make it clear that I'm holding 3 arrows. As
I
I put them back in my bow.
just want to be
That I'm
clear,
holding 4.
and I just want to be clear that you said I was being a dick.
I didn't say I was being a dick
Mm.
right now. I was simply
I mean, you don't have
saying
to say it. You don't have to say it.
I'm counting. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. And even some humans get lucky sometimes.
Are you saying
Kodale,
that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, so are you mumbling, or do you actually say it to me?
Oh, no, I say it clearly because you're a human and your ears aren't work as good. Even some humans get lucky sometimes.
Blanda doesn't say anything, but he smirks as he's putting the arrows back into his quiver.
Okay, good.
And then he whispers, "Yeah, I guess sometimes we are lucky." And he puts the quiver on his back.
Heard it crystal clear. Yep, crystal clear.
Kodale dusts himself off and says, I don't understand. What was all that? Why are you shooting at birds?
Those are bad, bad birds. We gotta go.
What's so bad about birds?
They're not
Oh.
birds as much as they're messengers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. They didn't deliver you any messages. It doesn't seem. I've heard of carrier pigeons, but not.
They got a lot of information while we were there. They learned that there's at least 4, if not more, of us. And the question is, who are they going to go tell?
Yeah. And they know what direction we're traveling.
Are you guys wanted people?
No.
We're significant people, but I wouldn't say wanted people.
Am I? You see, he's starting to get doubtful. I don't want to bring any trouble to home. What more so than there already is.
Well, I don't think it's you that is bringing trouble there or us. I think trouble's already there and we're trying to get it out of there.
Indeed.
You see him go to say something and then dart his eyes to the side and go silent. And then, what is Dustin's character's name?
Corbin?
Torben goes, so should we be going now then? Not that pretty birds go bye-byes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Very good.
We don't have. Did we bring the horses?
I don't know.
Because we rode horses into Bree, correct?
I don't think we did.
I could have sworn when we left, we took horses.
I believe that was a discussion at some point. I don't recall how
Because
we ruled on that discussion, but I believe it was a discussion whether or not we had horses.
we were worried about Dustin and Travis because they would have gotten
well.
winded. No, it's because you would have gotten winded before me and Tom's characters. Anar. Me and Anar
Yeah.
would not have gotten winded.
Hey, listen, we're on the same team.
I didn't say we were on the same team. Maybe you should count your arrows again. That's not what I was saying.
Well, with horses, you were going to get there 2 days sooner. So instead of 6 days, it's only going to be 4. So you guys are actually almost outside Hobbiton then when this happens. Sorry, almost outside the Shire.
Sweet.
Nice.
Alrighty. And no response to the Crabane. Just keep on trucking. That's what I like to hear.
I really don't know what kind of.
What do you
I
want us
got-
to do?
I don't know.
You never know. You always get upset because we don't do what you.
I have nothing written down of what you should do. I'm just curious what you guys would have done seeing them. That's all.
Make a mental note.
That we're
That's
being
fine.
watched.
That's what we would do because we're being watched. I mean, we're almost to the hobbits. I mean, I don't.
That's fine. No, I'm not. I didn't say that like you did something wrong. I'm just asking if you were going to do anything.
I'm not upset, so I need you to not be
Because you're
upset.
huffing and puffing like I'm insinuating you did something wrong.
I neither huffed nor puffed. I can to show you what it's like.
Okay.
And we just walked back into SM play.
No, we walked in. She's whatever. So
It was the huffing and the puffing, Bill. Jesus.
So we're not gonna do anything with
no, it's
the
fine.
birds.
It's fine.
There's nothing to do right now.
Just bring us back to topic.
That's fine. The passage south is being watched. That's fine. Yep. So you guys march forward towards the Shire, and after you get through the forest, that opens up to wide field of plains, and you guys can see various farms and houses, some woods as well, and this huge landscape opens up, and the scent of honey faintly gets blown through the air. As you can see people working fields, and I mean you're looking kind of like down into a valley that opens up, and then some music starts to play. If you would like to give us
Yes.
yes, go ahead for me, sir.
What?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
you want
Do
me to
it.
play for
Go
you?
ahead.
it.
Yeah, I want you to do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do. No, that's what they quote me as singing. And I actually sing it wonderfully.
I would
Do
like to
it.
hear it. Yeah, let me hear
Yeah,
it.
do it.
Right?
Plug my
That was
fingers in my ears.
that was better than the last time you did it.
It was better than the last time. Yes.
Yeah, you were way off pacing last time you did it. Yeah. And you guys walk through the Valley of the Shire, and while you're walking through, Kodale, understanding that you guys are heading towards Hobbiton, and that's where he is going. Again, you see him nod at people that you pass by, and as you guys walk, you can see that the hobbits alerting to your presence. Not very happy to see you. No, they're not really giving you bad looks, but they are shaking their head when they see you. Some shut their doors and go inside their homes, or hurry their kids inside. Others turn their back to you when you're walking through. If you guys saying anything to these hobbits, or are you just gonna put your heads down and keep on going forward?
I'm not gonna put my head down, but I'll just keep walking.
Okay.
Yeah. If anything, I'll put my head up.
Cool.
Didn't do anything wrong. I was reading the.
I wish Helga was here. That's fine.
Yeah, she'd be saying a whole bunch of stuff.
Exactly. All right. Continuing your path, and the sun starts to make its descent. It's still 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys pull up to a big stone in the center of. Oh, I can give you the map to the Shire. Not that you guys really need it, but let me put that up here. Just to give you eyes on the place.
Are we on Middle Earth map?
I'm looking at the map just to look at it, but
Cool.
I have an actual map of Hobbiton that I really liked, and if no other for another reason than showing it to you guys.
Yeah, why can't we see it?
You are gonna see it. No, that's Middle Earth. Where did I put that? That's the Middle Earth map. Where did I put the Hobbiton map? Windsnip. Snipping tool. Can I please open this up for the love of God? Oh, I already have it open. I'm an idiot.
Man, that was good.
Was it?
Yeah, fresh mozzarella cheese on rosemary Triscuits.
Rosemary Triscuits are very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That does sound nice.
I mean, honestly, I have like a full charcuterie, but I wasn't that hungry. So I got dessert for days.
Sorry, faux pas on my part. I should have had this up already. I forgot about it while I was
You're
doing
okay.
everything else. It's not okay. This is bull crap. This is bad DMing.
It'll be fine, dude.
You-
Like,
It's not okay. I'm incredibly embarrassed. None of you are helping with this.
How would you like us to help you? We will. What do you want us to do?
I want you to be encouraging. Tell me how good of a job
We
you're doing.
literally were.
All
I
right.
believe you can do it.
I'm just
I
filling.
believe you
I'm
can
just
give us
filling
a
the dead.
map.
Okay, here we go. Shire map is up. And
Good job,
this is the wrong
baby.
one. This isn't the one I wanted to look at, but this is one we're going with.
That's okay though, because you're so good at this.
The other one I had was way more colorful and cool looking. So you guys walk up to a stone, and Helga would tell you guys that this is the 3 farthing stone. It's the center of Hobbiton, where all things go. And he points out that the northwest road, Codelay does, will take you into Hobbiton, towards Bag End, where Frodo lives. A lot of the stuff you guys passed was farm country. He also noticed that the rich folk tend to be up in the north. And he just starts putting out landmarks. The southlands is where the wheat fields are. And you guys can see a lot of caravans coming out of the Long Bottom as you were making your way down the road. Manned by several halflings on horses, not ponies, which is an uncommon sight for them, probably not for you guys. And Codelay doesn't seem to take notice to it, but Helga would probably be surprised that there's horses that the hobbits are riding in here, not ponies. Yeah, so he points you down the road, and he says, I mean, that up there is where you'll find Bag End, where Mr. Baggin lives. Is that all you'll be requiring from me?
Did he point to the actual house?
I mean, he's pointing you on the road. He's not pointing where the house is. He's just Bag End there's a bunch of houses on Bag End. It's not one spot.
Right, so he doesn't know where his actual house is.
He knows where his actual house is. He's telling you that's the road where it is. He's asking if you're done with him, if I can go.
I'm aware, yes.
I thank him, and I give him a few pieces of silver.
I don't really need your money. I have to go check on operations in the Sackville plants.
If it was just a gift of kindness to thank you for your time with us, but if you don't want it, I won't make you take it.
And you can see that he's not used to getting gifts from humans. So then he cautiously puts his hand out to take them.
And I gently put a small, leather, right, probably cloth purse of just a few pieces in his palm.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your service and helping us find our next step in our journey.
Yes, thank you.
And he looks again, making sure he's actually able to leave. He like takes a couple steps, and he's very untrusting of it. And then he skippers off like a jackrabbit. And you see
I
him.
want to chase him so bad.
I know. I wanted to be like, I
And I
gently,
chase after him.
I reached my sword.
Yeah, where are you going?
Hey, you forgot to take this great hammer with you.
Yeah, so you guys are in the center of the Shire.
I'll look at my colleagues here and I'll say, I'll ask, we could. It seems that we are being watched, and my question for us is, are we trying to leave these peaceful folk as soon as possible so that way we bring the least amount of attention to them, or do we wish to
Absolutely.
linger in this town?
Nope.
Then
We
I
need to
think
find
we need to go
Frodo.
to Bag
Get
End, as
the
you
yep.
just showed us, speak to this Frodo character, and then we must depart the Shire as quickly as possible to keep these people safe, which has been
Absolutely.
a long-standing tradition of my people.
Yep. All we need to do. Get Frodo, get the thing we came here for, get out.
Indeed.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Landale gives a nod, and he just starts heading towards Bag End.
Making your way, the amount of
Downtown?
Yeah,
Sorry.
making your way through Hobbit Town.
Walking fast.
Yeah, walking slow because they're hobbits. The aromas of fragrances of flowers are just very heavy in this area, and I mean, until people see you guys, you can tell that these people are very carefree and loving life. Have probably not gotten that impression from Helga, as she seems to be a very bitter hobbit. But then that bitterness begins to be seen as more and more of the locals just don't look like they want to be bothered by you at all. And then the closer you get to Hobbiton, the less they start to scatter, and the more they watch your approaches and disperses. I don't know what the disembarkments. I was trying to think of a decent opposite. And you hear them whispering back and forth to each other.
Are they-
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tom.
I said, are they dispersing when they see us, or
No, they're watching, and you can see them pointing and whispering. And if the elves would like to give me perception rolls,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you'll be able to hear what they are saying. Too bad Valathang can't
Hold
hear
on.
Dick.
I mean, I can hear it. I just can't
Yeah.
make out what you're saying.
They're using sign language when they talk to you.
14.
I did really good.
So,
Well,
Anor, you hear that women have been sniffing around around young Master Baggins now that he's one of the wealthier men in Hobbiton.
oh, poor
And-
Frodo.
Aurelia, give me a D4.
okay?
Aurelia, 3. Aurelia, you hear that halflings are pretty on edge with the incoming big folk, and others are upset with the lack of weed as food stores near dry.
Oh, they're low on their weed. Is that what I just heard?
They're
man.
low on their weed and food.
And food.
Oh,
You know how
my
they are about
God.
their food. They don't want us there eating
Yeah.
it or smoking anything.
And are you repeating that to the group?
Very low. I'll be like, they are very worried. We are going to be using up food and weed because they are low on it.
And Helga immediately goes, "What? No food?
Helga, we're not staying here. Be quiet.
I need to eat 8 times a day. You don't want to see me when I haven't eaten 8 times a day."
I saw you at the pub. We'll get you some food out of here. We need to leave here.
And she says, "Pub! The Green Dragon, we're close. That's a perfect place."
Okay. But we're not doing that right now. We're
I
going to
think
stay on
she
mission.
has a good point. We should maybe go by and the green. No, you're right. No,
No.
right. You're right. We want to be. But what if we were just for just one tankard?
We are not doing that. We are going to go see Frodo, get the thing, and leave. Do you remember the birds?
Well, yes, but also it'd just be nice to be able to interact with the people that I have spent most of my life protecting and never really seeing.
You
But
want them to still be here for you to protect?
certainly.
Okay. I think we should stick with the original plan of get in, get out. I do not think it's wise for us to go. But when everything is settled, we can come back here and we can do that.
I think I'd like
You
that.
can rejoice at what we've done. But yeah, I don't think we should risk that.
You're right. Let's go.
Cool.
Continuing on to Bag End, you can see that the houses start to get a little further apart and a little more lavish. And then when you get close enough, very odd sight for non-dwarves is that these houses seem to be built into the hills. As all you can see is grand thresholds of wooden or intricate woodwork, wooden doorways. No signs of Bag End, and coming down the way, not really knowing we could say the cold lay would have given you the exact description of Frodo's house. You get up to one and you see a very portly looking hobbit trimming bushes and pruning flowers outside the door to this establishment.
It's a little late to be trimming the verge. What?
And the hobbit quickly turns around and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry! Oh my gosh!" And he looks at you. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sirs. I just doing my job for Mr. Baggins. Are you lost? Can I help you?"
Is this Bag End?
This is, sir, the home of a very good friend of mine, Mr. Bilbo Baggins, and his son, Frodo Baggins.
Frodo
Sorry, his
Baggins.
nephew. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
I literally gave him a look and he was like, oh.
Yeah, sorry.
We need to speak with Frodo.
Oh, Mr. Frodo's not here at the moment. He's supposed to be meeting him a little bit down at the Green Dragon.
Gosh darn it.
Well,
I
What
am not
would
more pleased.
a bunch of big folk, and he looks at you kind of cross-eyed, have to do with Mr. Baggins?
Did you say he's looking at us cross-eyed?
Not well, like side-eyed, like giving you that little, trying to figure out what your intent is.
Why are you looking
That's
for my helmet?
that's classified.
Oh.
Thank you. I don't think I've had the pleasure. What was your name, sir?
He ignores you, and you for a second he's just staring at Aurelia, Thang, and Iriel, and he's going like scanning you back to forth, and then he looks at Aurelia. He's like, "Oh, well, elves and Hobbiton. This is quite a rarity. Where are you from?" He's like, and he starts scratching his chin. I'm gonna guess Lothrane. You're from Lothrane.
And Ariel just bends down and she puts her hand like on Sam's face because I know it's who it is. Even though he didn't say his
And he
name.
blushes immediately. His face is redder than anything.
We need you to take us to Frodo. And then I can tell you all about where I'm from.
And
Can you do that, please?
You've played to the eagerness of this hobbit wanting to know as much as he can about elven culture, and he's all he pulls back a little bit. Sure, he looks at the bushes and the flowers, and his head climbers, and he throws them into the bush. He says, I could take it to Frodo right away, miss." Oh my gosh, elves! Master Frodo's not going to believe this.
And she just like gives him a really bright smile and she's like, "Lead the way. What's your name?"
Samwise. I should have watched the movies to get his voice down, but I can't do Sean Astin justice. Samwise.
I mean, the fact that you know that and you didn't try is actually kind of great.
Samwise Gamgee.
Thank you, Sam. Can you please take us to Frodo?
Well, right away. He buckers up a little bit. It's like, right away. And he starts, not skipping, but you just, big, bright smile on his face. And you hear him say under his breath, he's like, "Only if Gandalf was here to see this."
And I just like look.
And he turns around and he says, being elves, you wouldn't happen to know about Gandalf the Grey, would you?
Yeah, we know about Gandalf. Good man.
And Sam nods. It's like, there wouldn't be a chance you would have seen him lately. Yeah, he's a dear friend of Mr. Baggins. And
Aurelia looks at Einar and then at Landale and looks back at him and not recently.
oh, he's great fireworks. You ever seen his fireworks?
I have not had the pleasure.
Oh, well, and he just turns around, walks. He's like, love his fireworks. Red and blue and bright. And, oh, the dragon was amazing.
A dragon?
He turns around. He's like, no, not a real dragon. Mr. Gandalf had a dragon firework that he did last year. Damn near scared the whole town. We thought we were under attack. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And what was the occasion that he would be letting off such significant illusions?
Oh, it was my friend's Bilbo's 111th birthday.
Do you happen to mean his 11th?
Yes, I'm sorry. Your tongue is better than mine, apparently.
11 years ago.
Strangest thing, though, he disappeared at the end of the party.
Oh. As in he departed his own party, you mean?
In a matter of terms, yes. But to the Green Dragon, I can only imagine who would be there today.
Please, we look forward to meeting them. And we've heard that they have some mead there as well.
Oh, probably not good enough for the palates of elves.
Well, this man will be more than happy to have it.
And say he's not an elf, so he'll be fine.
I'll have
And
theirs.
he looks at Valandiel and realizes he's not an elf, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed."
I've been called worse.
It's shorter than elves usually.
As you start walking down the road, you hear Sam whispering a little song to himself under his breath, walking towards the Green Dragon. And when you get there, this is not a very big establishment. It's probably half the size of the Prancing Pony, and immediately you guys are going to notice that there is going to be a height issue trying to get inside this place.
Yep.
Just simply duck.
And you can see members of the town starting to pour in. A lot of them smelling manure, looking rather dirty. There's not a whole lot of outdoor seating, and if anybody is sitting outdoors, they are smoking pipes. And that smell of the devil's lettuce mixed with, I don't know, mint. I don't know what long bottom leaf is supposed to smell like. Are out there, and you can see they're having pipe smoking tournaments with each other within themselves, just gentlemanly ones. And when they notice your presence, the ones outside immediately stand up, looking shocked. And Sam runs over as he walks up. He's like, "Can you believe it? Elves in the Shire!" And the elves looking at Samwise and start, just shaking their head in disapproval and start walking inside. And you hear them say to him, "I hope you don't think that they're going to fit in there. Little legs will be a little long, Mr. Gamgee." And at that point, Sam, you see him like take his hand and like hit himself in the forehead, and he looks around and he's like, "Oh, I didn't even think about it. You guys aren't going to be able to fit in there."
Perhaps you could have Frodo come out and speak with us.
Or is it okay if we were to crouch down and to enter? Is it bigger on the inside? Would Mr. Gandalf fit in there?
Oh no, Mr. Gandalf wouldn't fit. That's why I need Helga. So Sam comes down off his high, and you see his face get concerned and stern. And he walks over to the side of the establishment behind a big oak tree, and he kind of, motions you guys over.
Sam does?
Yeah, Sam does.
Go with him.
He says, truth be told, we've had a little bit of a run-in with big folk. coming into the Shire. It's uncommon and becoming more normal, and not in a good way. I don't know if having a bunch of you walking in there or being seen out here would be the most pleasant thing for my kinsman to see.
Would they be more comfortable speaking with a human or with an elf?
He said big folk, boss.
Both of us.
We don't have
So
Huh?
we
I don't want
have a
Dylan
small.
eating white bread.
Yeah, I don't want. Damn it, Bill.
And
Oh.
Tarbin says, "Well, how would they feel about talking to the dwarf?" And Sam says, "I can't even think of the last time there was a dwarf here. I can't imagine that being much better."
Well, I can't stress to you enough, Sam, how important it is that we speak with Frodo. I can't tell you exactly why, but I can tell you that if you can trust me, and she like leans down and like looks him like in the eyes.
And unbuttons her blouse.
Trying to
Yeah.
seduce
Yeah.
the Toriel and
I'm just talking to him face to face. Like, if you can trust me, I promise you what I'm saying is the truth. And she's like, listen to me with your heart. We need to speak with Frodo.
playing the sexy elf from the Hobbit.
Me with your libido.
Being
I
that
got
this
rosy
is
feet
Mr.
every
Samwise Gamgee. So Sam is looking at you, and his face is again completely red as he's this close to an elven woman that has his eye apparently, and he has her eye, and he's listening to what you're saying, and you see him relax a little bit and nod, and you can tell he's believing what you're saying. I don't believe you mean us any harm. I truly don't. Let me go in and find Mr. Frodo and bring him out.
And she smiles and she's like, thank you, Sam.
And Sam, while walking away, mutters under his breath. He's like, if only I could get Sally to talk to me and notice me like this.
Sally.
Molly, isn't it?
Isn't it
Molly?
I thought it was
Rosie.
Sally.
Rosie.
Sorry. No, Sally is her sister. That they don't talk about her in the books. So
She
thanks.
suck 'em silly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
No wonder he didn't like you, Valandiel.
A lot of people don't, apparently.
That's fine. So he opens
Yeah.
the door, and you can hear two high-pitched hobbits going, "Oh, you can search far and wide, you can drink the whole town dry, but you'll never find a beer so brown as one we drink in our hometown." And then the door shuts.
Dang. I wanted to hear more.
Say Travis is like, oh, I don't want to go in there.
Please.
I'll crawl
On my
in.
belly.
Yes, I'll crawl in. Please.
Son of a bitch.
You picked the wrong class, Travis.
You picked the wrong class, motherfucker. I'm here for your ass.
What?
I don't know, dude. Leave me. I'm stoked. I'm not fucking. Nobody, all right? I'm just fucking sitting here. Leave me be.
We're not watching TV right now.
No, you're not muted. Give me the TV.
Oh, sounds like mom and dad are doing mom and dad.
Nah, yeah, well, the kids just turn the TV on. While you guys are standing there waiting for Samwise to come out, you'll notice, again, those caravans that were leaving, or, going east, some are starting to come back. And one of the hobbits that's sitting on this cart, and this is a distance away, not right in front of you guys, but the elves can see this clearly, and Travis, you can see that it's clearly a halfling. The elves are getting a little more detail. But you see this big, heavy hand pull itself out of the back of the caravan and pull this broad, dirty, mussy body out. And you guys can't hear what's being said. Travis definitely can't, but the elves, you can hear that he's yelling at this hobbit and smacks him upside the head and puts himself back in the caravan as the caravan picks up and the wagon starts making its way faster south towards Longbottom. Towards the Longbottom plantations.
Suppose we'll just ignore that, otherwise we'll be called murderers.
Well,
And then I turn and
take
look
a
at
vote.
the accuser.
Let's go. Hold up. Hurry up. Take a vote. Who wants to be involved?
I want to be involved.
Give me one more rundown. What's going on? I guess I'm having trouble gathering.
So
from
there
that.
was a caravan, or like a wagon,
Right.
going south towards Longbottom that a halfling is driving. There's I don't know what you call them, like it's not a stagecoach, but something that you would haul material in. And there's a hobbit up there, and the caravan's going slow, and the cargo wagon. Well, there we go. We'll call it a cargo wagon going slow. And then this big hand reaches out from inside the wagon, and pulls. You see this big, brawn, like dirty, messy-haired man-sized head body come out of the caravan, and he starts yelling at the hobbit, and he smacks him upside the head, and then the cargo wagon then picks up speed and starts continuing south towards Longbottom.
I don't like that. Okay, good. All right, I'm ready to vote.
Okay. So I would assume really fast before we lose the thing, one of us should stay here and talk to Frodo, and then the other three can go fight.
I'll stay here and talk to Frodo.
Inquire.
What? Sorry.
Well, I guess I can't see or hear it, but
But no, you saw this. You just don't get as clear of a detail as they do.
Okay, well, I'm going to depend on them for what they're recommending.
Einar, what did you say?
I said I'll stay here and talk to Frodo.
Okay. So Einar staying, the two of us, let's go. Run.
Okay.
Start running after the caravan.
Okay.
Immediately sprint. Pull great mace while running.
Whoa.
Oh boy. I don't know if I would have done that.
Yeah, I don't know what that was called for.
All right, and immediately you hear hobbits screaming to run and hide and shut your doors as this
God
tall
damn it.
elf screaming starts sprinting towards a cargo wagon. And while the people around here are starting to be alarmed, you see the stagecoach driver notice this and then really whip it into gear and start going even faster.
Yeah, I start running.
Okay.
I'm going to do my run check.
You guys are not going to catch up to this just
Damn.
by running, just so you know. It's a horse.
Okay. So we can't see into the back of this thing at all?
No, it's enclosed, but yeah, you won't be able to catch it by running.
I really don't want to have to shoot this hobbit. I really don't.
Well, the hobbit's not the one making it go fast.
I know, but I can't see in the back, correct?
Correct, you can't see in the back.
All right, can I attempt to shoot an arrow up, like launching it into this wagon? Can I attempt this shot?
I mean, you were an elf, you probably could hit that.
All right, I'm gonna try to shoot up in the back of this caravan.
All right.
So it's a +3.
So as it kicks up in
13.
speed with a 13,
Like I'm aiming up. I want this arrow to drop, not hit the hobbit.
a 13, I got you. And we'll say that it's maybe 100 feet away. It's not incredibly too far away from you. You are going to be able to shoot that in there. And so you see this happen, Valandiel and Thang. What are you doing? You see an arrow go into the stagecoach, shoot into the stagecoach.
I'm just going to keep moving at full speed towards the coach.
Okay, so you're going to follow it down the road. Valandiel, what are you doing?
I think Valandiel's going to take, now that Thang has ripped out his warhammer and screaming, and
He never said he was screaming.
okay,
The hobbits are screaming.
The hobbits are screaming. And that we just shot an arrow in the Shire. Valandiel's just gonna take a moment as he's not sprinting as fast as the others. The other ones are definitely going to go ahead a little bit of
it's
him.
just Valandiel. It's just Thang in front of you right now, running down the road, trying to.
Yeah, I paused to make the shot.
He's gonna take a look around to see just kind of like what's going on with the people around him right now. Like if people are seeing this.
So people see the stagecoach driving by, and other hobbits may be looking at it, and then look behind the wagon to see what's going on, and they see Thang chasing after it with his warhammer, and I mean people are just running into their houses. Others are diving into wheat fields.
Valandiel's gonna shout, "Stop that wagon!"
No, none of the hobbits are going to do that. Nobody's going to
Yeah.
stop that wagon.
I mean, at least I'm making that clear what our goal is. We're not trying to harm anybody else, but we're just trying to stop the
gotcha.
wagon.
So you shoot it into the wagon. It's still going full force. Are you following after it, Aurelia or Ariel?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just making sure you three are still going to pursue this thing. That's cool. All right, so you guys run off, and after a little bit, they run out of. Well, they don't really run out of your sight, Anor. You can still see them until the wheat fields and stuff has covered their path, and then you see the door open up for a couple times. Hobbits coming out, and then you see Sam coming out with a very modestly dressed hobbit who looks a little sloshed. His face is red. You can smell from where you're at the barley on his breath, and he's got his arm around Sam, and he's like, "Oh, Sam, we just started drinking. Why are you taking me away so early?" And he says, "I'm sorry, Mr. Frodo. I'm sorry, but there's some friends of Gandalf the Grey that would like to talk to you." And he says, "Gandalf? Where is Gandalf? Gandalf, where are you?" And Sam brings him over to you, and when he looks up at you, Frodo with his blue eyes says, we're gonna go with what the hell's his name? The guy who played Frodo, Elijah Wood representation of him, with his Jerry curls. He looks up at you and says, "Sam, you fool! This isn't Gandalf."
Mr. Baggins, I presume.
"Mr. Baggins is my uncle. I am his nephew." And he takes his arm off of Frodo and he stands up straight and he does this long bow and almost falls over. "I am Frodo Baggins. At your service, Master Elf. How can I help you?"
So we ran into your uncle a couple of weeks ago.
"Bilbo, how is he? I haven't
He's
heard
well.
word or anything from him."
He's well. He's finished his novel.
"Did he? Well, I'm sure that'll make him happy. I can only imagine what he wrote about us hobbits. Where did you happen to see him?"
He was in
Rivendell.
he was in Rivendell.
And Frodo looks around to hear the unfaced voice. He's like, "Well, that should make him very happy. When's he coming home?"
Oh, it might be a little while longer. He's enjoying his time with the elves.
"Well, I'm enjoying my time right now." And he goes to turn around, and then Sam kind of spins him back. He's like, "No, no, no, Mr. Frodo. They want to talk. They have some questions for you." And he says, "Go ahead. Ask away, Master Elf. My time is yours."
So you the last time you saw Gandalf was the night of your uncle's 111st birthday. Is that correct?
That is correct. Gandalf the Grey, they call him. He's actually a lot better than people give him credit for. Around here they label him a disturber of the peace.
That is true, but he can be quite the joke player. Is that correct?
I enjoy having our discussions, jokes. He's not really one for anecdotes.
So I've got a question for you.
That's why I'm here. Apparently,
Did you get anything from your uncle that might be worth anything besides his property and his any specific item or trinket or anything like that?
oh well, yes, I got everything.
Perhaps a ring?
I'm confused. I've gotten many rings. My uncle was a collector of outlavishly priced gifts and trinkets?
So I pull out his uncle's book, there and back again. In this book, he writes about a ring that can turn himself.
Well, I would love
invisible.
to talk to you more about this, Master Elron, but I don't feel this would be the most fitting of place. I have nothing of which you speak of, or my uncle didn't. But if you would love to talk in quarters, that'd be great.
I'm going to try to persuade him to talk to me more.
He just said he would talk to you more in private quarters, but he's drunk.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well, then let's make our way back to Bag Inn.
And Sam, he starts walking, and Sam immediately scoops him up. He's like, "All right, Mr. Frodo, come on, I got you. Your old Sam's got you." And he says, "You're a dear friend, Sam. Come, Master Elrond."
My name is Aenor,
Elrond
But I do
the
know-
Grey, they call him.
but I do know Elrond.
And Frodo just nods his head. And so you guys start chasing this cart, and it comes to a three-way spot, and it continues to go south through an intersection, and eventually you guys lose this going through farms and field as it heads south through the South Farthing. But I mean, the road that it's on is a direct road to Longbottom. There's no offshoot.
Is there
from where
ever
they're
a point at which the road bends where you could cut across the like go straight and not bend and meet the road ahead?
You'd be going through fields to be able to do it, and you would not be able to outpace this doing that.
Okay.
But I mean, there'll come a point where you're not going to be able to. You could see where this goes down the road, because you guys can see up to what? How far?
I don't know. I don't know, Fro.
Far.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you guys will know where it's heading. It's heading towards the South Longbottom plantations. So you're going to lose this cart. But you guys do notice that there starts to be blood dripping on the path as you go there.
Follow the blood.
Oh boy.
All right. That is going to take you guys a while to do that.
Okie dokie.
That's fine. So then we're going to head into the Bag Inn. You see Frodo fumble the keys a little bit, and then Sam offers to take them over. Frodo's sobered up a little bit. He's talking fine. His words aren't slurred, but his motor skills just seem a little bit rough. And then Sam opens up the door, and you walk in, and you see a very modest-looking home. There's a lot of artwork around. It looks like Frodo's getting ready for some type of estate sale. And when he turns around, looks at you and says, "You'll have to forgive the state of my house. Relatives keep trying to come and make claim on items that they feel that my uncle owed them. I don't know if you're familiar with Sackville Bagginses, but they don't know how to let anything go. Can I interest you in any food or beverage?"
Some wine, please.
"Oh, of course. My uncle had stores for days." And he looks at Sam. He's like, "Would you mind going down in the cellar?" And he says, Of course, Master Frodo. Will you require anything else?" He's like, "Take your time down there, Sam, and let me gauge the intent of our friend here." And Sam runs into the back of the house, and you can hear him tiptoeing downstairs. And he says, and Frodo sits down in the kitchen, puts his hand on his head, and says, "Tell me again, Master Elf, why you've come?"
So I'm going to be extremely honest with you right now. Gandalf has been captured, and
Captured?
it's
What? What? Where? Why? Who would do such a thing?
he's captured by Saruman the White.
That name escapes me. I apologize.
He's supposed to be someone who was on our side, or the side of good. But as of recently, he has been doing some not so good things. One of those is taking Gandalf prisoner.
And he looks at you, and he's not as surprised as you would expect once you've explained that. He's like, "So, and what do you come here for? Are you here to gather up the friends of Gandalf? Because you will be in for a rude awakening if you think you can just take Bag End from me."
Well, I'm not here to take Bag End from you at all. The reason through different channels, we've learned that Saruman wanted something from Gandalf, which is why they captured him. And I think that it's this ring that your uncle wrote about in his book.
What would you do with this ring? And who is Saruman to Gandalf?
Saruman is a member of the Wizards Council, along with Gandalf.
Friend, or did they have a disagreement? None of this just makes sense. Why he would capture?
That's the thing, is we do not know why.
Give me a
But
oh, go ahead.
as of late, Saruman has been doing things that have been against his former nature.
What things?
Well, taking Gandalf prisoner for one, and didn't he do something else? Wasn't he working with somebody else that we heard?
You heard he was working with Lotho.
Oh yeah, and he's been heard. Rumors are that he is working with Lotho.
And as soon as you say that, Frodo stands up, and all signals of inebriation have left him. And he says, "Wait here 1 second, please." And you can hear some bottles falling over in the basement and something crash, and you hear Sam yell up, "Sorry!" And you hear some doors clang open up in the next room, and some chests and some locks. And Frodo walks over, and he's got something in a box. And he sets it down on the table in front of you and pushes it towards you.
I look at it intently, and is this the ring?
He asks you to open it.
Okay. I open the ring, or open the box.
And inside is a leather wallet, and it's open, and on it is a handprint of a white hand. And Frodo looks at you and says, "Does this mean anything to you?"
Yes.
What is it? Because some of my kinsmen have been flashing this around and gaining favors without exchanging, goods or services.
So the white hand, this is out of character that I'm saying. They're like who's working with Saruman, right?
Yeah, it's the white hand of Saruman.
Yeah. This is the mark of Saruman. It's the white hand is his. Are these the kinfolk who keep coming to your uncle's place? It's your home and looking for things?
Some of them, one had came here and showed me this, and I did not argue with him as I tried to gauge what he was actually searching for, but nothing that he looked at seemed to interest him. But I believe, I can't remember, but I'm almost positive Lotho is like a distant uncle to Frodo. So for case in point, I'm just going to say his other uncle, or cousin actually, it might be his cousin. Says he was given this by some men that Lotho had hired to help in the fields in the south, and over the past months, more and more men have been working the fields to the south under the, I don't know, not tutelage, but under the direction of Lotho. It's unnerving, and to see this and to line up with what you're saying, something is going wrong here in the Shire.
Yes, it means that Saruman's reach is as long as it can be. Things are not safe here. The ring that your uncle wrote about in this book, and I show him the book, is what I believe that they are searching for. And as long as that ring is here, then Hobbiton is not safe.
What is the ring?
From according to this book, it causes the wearer to become invisible.
And immediately a light goes on in Frodo's head, and he says, "That old coot. That's how he kept doing it." I can't
Doing
believe he. During his party, he made a grand speech, and then immediately disappeared. And we thought it was some trick that him and Gandalf devised. But why would he leave the ring with me if it was this precious?
I believe your uncle thought that this quiet, peaceful place would be the safest for it. I don't think your uncle ever took into account that anyone would know about this ring except for him. And of course, the one of the people in this book.
Before Gandalf left, he put the ring in an envelope and handed it to me, and then said that he had to leave and find some answers. I fear that those answers are what got him incarcerated.
I agree with you. And now I believe that Saruman is after the ring.
If someone powerful enough to imprison Gandalf wanted the ring, it cannot stay here then. It's not safe here. And if these men are here because in search of this ring, then it's only going to bring untold destruction to my home.
I tend to agree.
What would you have me do with it?
That is, of course, up to you what you would like to do with it, but it can't stay here. Whether you take it and go, I will assist you in any way I possibly can. But we need to figure out what this ring really is, because it has to be more than just invisibility for someone like Saruman to want.
I'm no warrior. I wouldn't be able to defend myself against anybody searching for this ring. You think I should take it and hide?
I believe that is your decision to do, but I believe that we need to figure out what it does so that we can save Gandalf and find out what Saruman wants.
So he goes out of the room again and comes back with a little brown envelope and a red ink stamp on the back of it. And he looks at it, he looks at you, and you just see a bunch of like held back emotion, and his hand starts to shake. And he says to you, "If you ask it, I will give it to you. I don't know how to keep something of this safe. I don't know why my uncle would have given it to me if it was this important a thing. This small trinket."
I believe your uncle believed it safe here.
Well,
But if you would entrust me with it, we will, me and my friends who are back in near the inn or the tavern, we will find out what this ring does, and we will get Gandalf back.
I need a will save, please.
Okay.
All right, is it wisdom? Sorry. Actually, what is the save in this? I should have read that. I should pull up my mechanics folder because it's almost like I have written down what you would need to roll for this. Mechanics. So excited. Game mechanics for the difficult. This is one I made for Travis. So that is going to be it is wisdom. Yep, I need a wisdom roll, please.
Okay. 1 second.
2d6. So it's your higher bearing or perception mod that gets added to it.
Yeah, it's my perception. I mean,
Okay.
it's my wisdom. 15.
So with the 15, and when he holds this package up, you start to hear, "Anor, Anor," from around the room. There is a slight thickening of your blood and your maybe a tingle on your fingers, and then you're immediately able to get over it. Whatever, and with your experience of being an elf, you know that this was an unnatural thing to experience. And Frodo again looks at it and he says, "If Lord Elrond saw fit to entrust you all with this task, and you all intend to save Gandalf, he alone would know what would need to be done with this." And he means to say that Elrond would. "Would you give this to Lord Elrond for me?"
I promise you that I will give it to Lord Elrond.
And he hands you the ring.
I gently take it.
And then the door busts open, and Sam drops 3 bottles of wine on the ground. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Frodo." And then Mr. Frodo looks at Sam and goes, "Samwise, have you been eavesdropping?" And Samwise says, "No, sir, I've been dropping no ease. I promise. And we go. So you guys can see up to 30 miles, elves.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
Yeah, it's 30 miles, so it's no joke. So like I said, you guys,
Yeah, I knew it was
you
very
guys
far.
won't lose this cart. You see that it goes into. I mean, if you're running behind this, it's not really it's got distance on you. It's not really gaining distance with as fast as you're running because you're elves and the stamina you have. You're able to keep pace with this. You're what?
Keep up. I'm talking about Travis.
Yeah. Travis,
keep up.
I need run checks from you. So if you're going to keep following them, I'm going to need, well, we're going to say 5 run checks. And they're going full force. So I want run check. Also, you're start at 16, and I want to run 5d6, 2d6.
Oh, so you want
Well, that would have. It still would have been wrong. You would have needed to roll 10d6, and that's still. All right. So hold on. So this is the first run. No. Oh my God. All right. Fine. We'll do it that way. So then I need 10d6 from.
It's a +4 as well.
It's not going to work this way. So give me one run check, and then also Anor and Valandi don't have to give me one. So 2d6. Can you get this right? How much have you had to drink?
That is a 15.
15.
It's going to a brand new system.
Alright, I'm gonna list and protest. He is drunk and playing this game. Alright, you shouldn't be on substances when you're playing TTR.
Yeah, you weren't hanging curtains. You were.
Obviously, being ironic.
So a 15, you make through the. You were able to maintain your run. Give me another one.
Yeah, you 2d6.
+4 is 13.
And then you start to get winded. So you are now. I gotta look at the sheet real.
That still exceeds the maximum natural roll.
What are we talking about?
He's gonna make you trip or some shit. Be quiet.
You're running full speed behind this moving cart that is. You don't run faster than a horse, Travis.
You don't know me.
Yeah, or else,
Yeah.
Travis.
There's
Travis is like, I'm in front of the cart.
I'm the cart master.
Where's the other sheet at? Character sheet, Lotr sheet. There we are. So you give yourself. Why is that? Give yourself a tired. I think it's a -1.
All right.
You are winded, so you have a -1 to all tests. So give me a third one. And Thrang and Aurelia or Iriel. When you look back, you see Valandi will start to have trouble keeping pace.
7.
I snicker over to Ariel.
Shut up! Shut your fucking face! Shut your fucking.
Just look,
And then I run faster just to spite the little shit.
look back and smile like he did with me with the arrows.
Shut your fucking face right now.
No, hold on, listen. I need you to hear this. I make sure I make eye contact with you and smile like you did with the arrows.
Fuck off! I'm up right now.
And I'm just like, come on, Valandio, come on.
So mark yourself as tired. You have a -2 to your roll. So go ahead, roll again.
Turn around, run backwards with my arms crossed, and stare at him in the face.
What's your roll?
With this, so it would have been 13. And so with this, as they're egging me on, it only makes Valandiel try harder.
All right, with you trying harder, I'll give that one to you. So give me a 4th. You're still decently behind them. You're starting to breathe hard. Your lungs are on fire. This is your last roll to not have this cart lose you in the dust.
Oh, come on.
But I gave you the last one, so you're not getting this one. You are now weary. You stop in your tracks, trying to catch your breath. You can go again, but you're at a -4. So if you try to run past this, you will be done. You'll be at a -8.
I laugh loudly and keep
You are at a -8. And
Oh my God, you rolled again? Travis, it's a 2.
Listen.
So describe
I-
the situation as you just keep falling further and further behind, giving everything you got to keep up with these elves that clearly have no issues running past you.
I think how far away am I away from the town now?
So they went about 8 miles.
And I kept up with them until this point.
You kept up with them for the first 4.
As I huff and puff, I say, humans are natural sprinters. We're lost on cross country.
I turn around and look at you in the face.
He's not going to be able to hear you. He's too far.
Can't hear you.
And chuckle and run away.
But for real, as Valandiel, kind of like he's over and he's kind of bent over on his knees, huffing and puffing. his head's down, but he still raises up his hand and he holds out three fingers.
Oh.
I hold out 4 fingers because I got more than you.
You know, it's funny. I was contemplating stopping and coming back and getting you, but you can get fucked now.
I don't need any elves' help.
That's fine. You won't get it.
Remember that for later when the fighting starts.
He'll get there when it's done.
Can't hear you. I'm huffing and puffing, and you're running after a wagon.
Don't worry. They'll all have trials
Can't hear you.
by death.
So where am I? Am I just in the middle of like the Shire?
Yeah, you are. The people aren't really running into their houses now. The cart went by, and the sun is making its descent. So it's getting dusky out. You're in a -8. You are spent.
All right.
You gonna lay down, take a little nap?
So that's going to be. I think.
Did I make it down to Longbottom?
You are in Longbottom, but you don't. I mean, you can't see them anymore.
That's fine.
Thrang and Iriel, you guys. So you see the cart start to slow down.
What name did you just say?
Iriel, Iriel and Thang. What?
It's Ariel.
Ariel, sorry, and Thang. You guys, at no point does anybody come out of this wagon, and at no point does the driver turn around to see if anybody is chasing them. But you do see the cart eventually start to slow down and turn into a farm, and this is tall. It looks like a wheat farm, so you're not going to be able to see over it, but you can hear it starting to slow down and the clacking of the hooves on the ground. And there is a huge mansion in the middle of this. You're able to see it above the weeds. It looks like it's 3 stories tall.
Can we slip right into the wheat field?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slip right on in.
Let's make stealth checks. Alright, I got +4. I got an 8.
I got a 10.
Okay. And as quiet as you guys are, it just sounds like wind blowing through the wheat as you guys walk through it. You guys probably could even climb the wheat stalk.
I know we could because we can stand on a blade of grass.
Yeah, you guys could climb these wheat stalks like ladders.
For now, they hold they hide our presence, so let's stay under them, and then we'll go on top of them if we need to.
You get closer. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I stashed the great hammer and pull the bow.
I'm just gonna like put my finger up to my lips, like not making any noise, but just shaking my head, like for us to not talk to each other at the moment. Yeah.
I know it. Yes.
And you guys start to hear men yelling, like, "What's the racket? What happened? Why are you coming in here with such haste?" And when you guys get close enough, you see that the wheat fields start to open up and to kind of like a vineyard of bushes where they make this leaf at. Just rows and rows of bushes being tended to by hobbits. And you see men standing behind them, not with whips or anything, but you see men patrolling up and down. And this whole plantation, I guess, our farm, is just being dominated by men. As far as you guys can see, there's 20 men here, and they're all the same type of men that you encountered in Bree. They're not wearing anything great, dirty, tall, lanky is the word, I guess, very thin looking.
Yeah, lanky.
They're all carrying water pouches, and which you guys you don't have to roll for it. You can smell that the smell of alcohol emanating from this place is ridiculous. One of the men walks over to the hobbit and picks him up by the throat and says, "What happened?" And the hobbit, gasping for air, goes, I don't know. He can't even breathe. The guy's not letting him talk, and he throws the hobbit on the ground, and he looks in the cart and he says, "An arrow shot him! Who's shooting arrows?" And the hobbit, scared, catching his breath, says, Men, better Then you! He says, what did you say? And we're going to stop it there for the night.
Aww.
I don't have anything written for this.
I just wanted to shoot him.
That's fine. I didn't have anything written for this yet.
I
So
just
what?
wanted to
Fucking
shoot
advocate.
him.
All right, shoot him.
Yay.
I'm gonna shoot him
We
at the
can
same time.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
hold on.
Simultaneous arrow release. Go. See what my range is.
9.
A 9 might hit. You added your ranged?
Yes.
Oh, I got an 11.
11, I think, does hit. I don't think the 9 does.
Wait, hold on. I'll make sure I put the right thing in.
Boom. Doom, doom, doom,
I should
doom,
not
doom, doom.
saving my bow.
Hold on. I lied to you, 9. It is an 11. No, it's a 10. Sorry, 10, 10, 10.
Okay,
10.
the 10 will hit. Yep, so you both hit.
Okay,
Roll,
and then you can end it.
roll your damage.
Is it this 2d6?
Yep. Oh, no, for your bow. Whatever the bow damage is. Do you have it written down on your sheet what your damage is? I believe it's 1d8.
Oops, okay. Oh my god, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
And death,
It's 1d8 plus what?
it's a bow. It's 1d8.
What are you
So you
talking
don't
about?
add anything to it?
What kind of?
It's not a composite bow.
Okay.
What?
Alright,
That's every game.
Yeah,
You know?
I said okay. I wasn't fighting you. I said,
Okay, all right. You sound like you were in like disbelief.
No, what?
A 5. All right. So this hobbit
'Cause
looks. Go ahead, Tom.
I was about to say, because I've got a longbow and it does 2d6 plus 3.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, okay.
It's
2d6 plus 3.
All right. I could be wrong. I don't have
Well, then,
I don't have the
hold on.
equipment in front of me. Sorry.
Then I have 9 because I rolled 2d6 for it first.
Tom needs to speak up faster then.
He was trying to. You talked over him twice.
Well, it's my job to talk over Tom. He's too quiet.
I am.
Well, I heard you, Tom.
He's quiet Baja. Yeah, you're right. It is 2d6 plus 3. You were right. Sorry.
Okay, so then I have 9,
Okay.
which is much, much better.
9. That makes more sense. Okay.
What determines the plus 3?
It just says that's the
Tis a bow.
that's the damage of the arrow.
The
Yep.
book.
Yeah, the
the book
book.
determines it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I thought it was like I was wondering if it's like attribute based.
No, just the bow.
D6 plus 3. Okay.
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled it yet. Doing it now.
13.
Plus 3. I have 13. Yeah.
So 9 and 13.
And then I immediately swing the bow over my shoulder and pull the great hammer.
I think
we're getting 1 hit and then in it. That's all I wanted.
So yeah, so this guy is going to get 2 arrows in the back, and just for the effect of this, are you guys shooting him in the back? Where are you shooting him? Head?
If he's turned around from us,
Yeah.
whatever.
You're elves.
Yeah.
You could. I mean, where do you want it? Paint him up. Where do you want it?
Sure.
Where do you want the arrow?
I
mean, I'll
that'll make it impossible for him to scream.
So you're shooting him in the mouth.
I'll shoot him in the neck.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, shoot him in the neck. Put 2 arrows right in his neck.
And you see that hobbit's face go white as 2 arrows just protrude out of the neck of the man that's trying to beat him, and the body falls down right in front of him. And we will stop there.